Are you interested in learning more about Welland real estate? Well, it's May of 2025. I'm going to share with you the market stats, the market report for May of 2025 for the city of Welland. So if you're considering on making a move within the city or perhaps relocating to the city of Welland, this information could be pretty useful for you. My name is Manny Silva, and I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Niagara, and even though that I serve the Niagara region, this channel is all about Welland real estate, so please feel free to take a look around the channel, and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and participating in the whole conversation of real estate for the city of Welland. And in addition to that, I'm going to share with you some examples of price points that would probably be very helpful for people that are trying to get into buying their first home, or perhaps maybe getting their first income property, like their first investment property. Even though that it's May of 2025, the data set is from April, and we'll compare those numbers to the previous month as well as do a year-over-year comparison. The benchmark price fell by 0.16% month over month, going from $580,100 to $579,200. The number of new listings have increased by 13.4%, going from 186 to 211. The average days on market were pretty much even Steven, going from 42 days to 43 days to sell a home. The number of transactions have increased by 61.2% month over month, going from 49 to 79 transactions in total. The year-over-year numbers for benchmark price has fallen by 2.05%, going from $591,300 to $579,200. The number of new listings have increased by 7.1%, going from 197 to 211. And the average days on market increased by 14.3%, going from 37 days to 43 days to sell a home. And the total number of transactions fell by 23.3% year over year, going from 103 sales to 79 sales for 2025. Welland has several neighborhoods, but there are three in particular that have the highest amount of volume in terms of transactions. So let's take a look at how they fared month over month. Lincoln-Crowland's transactions increased by 20%, going from 15 to 18, and the prices have increased ever so slightly by 0.71%, going from $475,100 to $478,500. In North Welland, the number of transactions increased by 28.6%, going from 14 to 18 sales, and prices fell by 2.33%, going from $601,400 to $587,400. The neighborhood of Prince Charles has returned to form, going from 3 sales the previous month to 14, which is typical of that neighborhood, and the prices have fallen by 1.93%, going from $581,200 to $570,000 even. As you can see, the market is definitely in the favor of the buyer, and buyers have much more options, and you can take your time. You can take a different approach in terms of buying, whereas just a few short years ago you couldn't. There was a lot of pressure to relinquish some of the things that can help mitigate risk, whereas today you can put more provisions in place, and that way you can have a smoother, or you should have a smoother purchasing experience. If you've never bought a house beforehand, you don't have anyone to walk you through the steps, I got to let you know that there is no out-of-pocket expense to hire someone like me, to have a skilled realtor on your side, to have their skilled team behind you and supporting you. If you don't have anyone to walk you through those steps, I'd love to have the conversation, and I would definitely appreciate the opportunity to earn your business and represent you. So I do realize that there's a lot of information here, but I just want you to pay attention or draw your eye towards active listings here. So I'm going to move my cursor. You can see that big one there. You can see that underneath here is like a small little legend. Detached homes represents yellow. And you can see the price points here, right? $300,000 to $399,999. There's 33 examples in the city of Welland, and out of those 33, there are 17 examples of detached homes that are available. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. That $400 to $499, there's 61 examples, and out of the 61, there's 42. That's really good news for those that are looking for their first home or their first investment property, or if you just want to grow your investment portfolio. But we have 94 different examples, and within those 94, we have 42 plus 17. That is, you do the math. All right. So I'm going to jump onto my website, which I have left in the description below. So when you get onto the website here, you'll land on this page, and in the upper right hand corner you can actually sign into it. So you can just put in your details or what have, and when you do that you can save your searches. And I have an AI assistant that will take some of your search criteria and be able to feed you some additional examples, especially ones that have come to the market that are brand new. I want to come to the top here. You can see newest on site, so right above these pictures here. So we're going to switch that to price, low to high, and take a look here. You can see that in the Lincoln-Crowland area, I mentioned this as being one of the neighborhoods that has quite a bit of volume. You do have a lot of examples that are in that 300 to 500k range. The thing about this area is that you get a lot of the older parts of the city here. There is some areas that some people are not comfortable with, walking at night, for example. But there is a mixture of neighborhoods where you're going to have higher end and new builds, particularly in the east side here. There's a really good public school in this corner here, and then anywhere here there's lots of good public schools and some good Catholic schools if that's what you're looking for. Up here is going to be North Welland, and then around here is going to be your Prince Charles. So these are the other two. So in terms of volume, where we see a lot of transactions. So if I can find something here that is around 400k, let's take a look. 429. So this is going to be a semi-detached, but let's take a look. It's a 3-bedroom, two bath. So this might be a townhouse. Yeah, a row house townhouse. You can expand this to get more information. So the website does provide you with a lot. So you can see like garage parking, total parking spaces is 2. So there's no garage maybe. You can see, annual taxes. So there's quite a bit. And then you can even estimate your payment. I know it says interest rate at 6.5, but you can get something probably around like 3.89, something like that. Not 30 years, but we'll do 25 actually. For first-time home buyers, you can actually get 30 years. But let's take a look. Just 25 years at 3.89%, and this is with. Let's go. 5% down. So you can see 21.27 for a 3-bedroom townhouse. That is pretty much what the market rates are for a 3-bedroom in the city of Welland. And if we're a first-time home buyer and you can get 30 years, look at that. The overall expense is going to be greater. So you can see the total cost of mortgage there when I switch. So 691.25, it's 637. So the total is going to be increased, but you're going to have a lower monthly payment. And of course, you'll be able to make additional payments. So it's a very resourceful website. You can favorite it, like I said, you can share it, that kind of stuff. You can, so it's very good. So $429 for this townhouse, but let's get into something else. Let's take a look at, we see something here for $399. I'm kind of curious what that is. Okay, $390. Ooh, look at this. So this looks like a fully detached 2-bedroom, 1 bath, $389. This looks pretty cute. This is on Thorold Road. So Thorold Road is actually a main road. So if you have kids and you want them to play in your front yard, or perhaps you don't want the movement of high traffic area. I mean, it's high traffic for Welland. It's not like Toronto traffic, but some people don't want to have a place on the main road. But let's take a look. Looks like there's plenty of parking here. This is for $389.9. Okay, so there's no garage. That's the front entrance. Okay. Interesting surround for the fireplace there. Popcorn ceilings, which I do have someone that can possibly remove that for you. I'm a big fan. I know maybe some people might feel like it's an outdated style or it's overdone, but The white trim, slight light gray, and then having that neutral color here, that nice light sort of wood color is something that I really like. So not bad. It's probably a tiny little place, maybe 700 square feet or something like that. Let me see if it says. Can we expand? It's a 2-bedroom bungalow resting on a 67 by 157. Like, this is a nice size lot. Quite honestly, like, you can even divide this into two. You can create 2 homes and sell it if you want to for any investor that might be out there. I'm not too sure, but doesn't say how many square feet. There's no air conditioning for this place. Okay, so 3.89, 25 years, 5% down, less than $2,000 a month. You know, this is obviously, you want to be able to talk with a mortgage broker. I do have a mortgage broker if you want to take a look at it. But that to me is something that I would consider. That's not bad at all. Okay, and then we have some other ones that are down here too. Let's see what's going on in Broadway area. Let's see, 475. Let's take a look at this one on Oakland Avenue here. So this is a 2-story brick, older house. It's an older neighborhood. It's got its charms. I like that they have kept the wood trim there. You don't get that in newer homes. Like, it's got its charms here. A little bit dated kitchen, but not bad. This is for $475. It's actually not bad at all. Washroom could use a bit of an update, but it's functional, so it seems. I wonder if the windows have been done here. Nice little office space on the second floor. Laundry. 3-piece shower. Okay, got a nice little backyard here. Looks like there's a garage. I like that you have this sort of deck here. Second floor deck. That's pretty cool. There's a garage. Is there like an alley back here? Maybe there's an alleyway where you can have access there. Huh. I don't know how this works. I don't know if it's a garage or not. Maybe. Yeah, and you're not too far from the canal here. You don't have water access, but that is the Broadway area. Not bad at all. You know, if I could, I would get something around here. Well, what's up here? This is a semi-detached bungalow for $489. It's here for $420. Let me see something. I wonder. 345. So this is on Niagara Street. This is a busy street over here, and there's a school right next to it. But let's see, 400 right on McCormick. Oh wow! So this is actually really close to the water, and you can literally walk there to the canal path. Okay, got pot lights here. Small little guy, 2-bedroom, I'm sure. 42. This is something I would really consider. Look at that kitchen. Look at that kitchen. I mean, the appliances look a little dated, but quite honestly, not too bad. Not too shabby. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. Is that the... Yeah, that's the fridge. I would have the house painted. Huh. Oh, they got the washer dryer in the washroom. I have a feeling that this has no basement. Look at the backyard there, not too bad. No garage. No garage. Is there parking out front? No, so there's no parking space. Okay. That's the only thing that, for me, is a bit of a downer. I don't know whether or not this could be cut out and used as a parking space there. And there's no access to the rear. That's unfortunate. That's the only thing that would throw me off a little bit, is not having a parking space. Because then, you have to park on the street and you need a permit. But still, not too bad. Not too bad at all. For $400, and you're right by the water. I wonder if there's a picture. No, they don't have a picture. Shucks. Okay, 42 McCormick. Let me just see something here. 42 McCormick. Okay. Just want to show you. Okay. See how there's this green path here? I don't know if it's better to... Okay. So you have McCormick here. It's only just a couple of, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses down. Okay. You can walk through this patch of grass, and then this is the main trail. And this main trail, I'm going to just turn off the layers here. This main trail, you can go all the way south to Port Colborne, or you can go north towards St. Catharines. It's kind of neat. But yeah, it's I would definitely take a closer look at that. It's unfortunate that there's no parking, but very, very nice example of what you can get. So what do you guys think? Do you feel that you're a little bit more inspired? Do you feel that there's some hope that you can jump into a home or find something in the city of Welland that is pretty reasonable, close to market rents? Let me just go back to that one here. Okay, so 5% down, 25 years if you are a first-time home buyer. Look at that, $1,790 at 3.89%. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Even less than 2K, even if you don't take the 30 years. Again, you can put money into it. So I hope that this has given you a little bit of inspiration to maybe help you consider, because if you're renting a 2-bedroom home, similar to that caliber that I just showed you, you're going to be paying, similar money, but now you own this. And if you don't have anyone to walk you through this process, please feel free to reach out to me. I do have my details below. Here's a video about Welland here, whatever the algorithm is going to show you. But yeah, go take a look at that if you want to learn a little bit more about Welland. My name is Manny DeSilva from Remax Niagara, and thank you so very much for watching. Take care.